What's up, everybody? Welcome back into another live charting. You know, these live chartings have kind of dwindled down because, for the most part, I've gone through the top of the class. I've gone through guys like Darian Mensah and Trinidad Chambliss who have gone back to school. You know, we're done with Nussmeier. We're done with Klubnik. We're done with Mendoza. We're done with Aller. Like, the amount of quarterbacks that are left to do are down to the day three guys. But what I am excited to do is to get into these day three guys a little bit here. And we're going to start today with a fun one. Again, I have not even watched a lick of his tape. I cannot tell you that I have watched any Cole Payton up to this point. So this is my introductory to Cole Payton, North Dakota State southpaw quarterback. So what's worth mentioning here is that it's hard to find a game of Cole Payton where there's a substantial amount of passing attempts to make one of these worthwhile. So I went back to his game against Youngstown State. It would have been their ninth game of the season. They won this game 38-30. He went 17 of 24, 194, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Added another 28 yards on the ground as a runner as well. Bryce Lance had 5 catches in this game for 65 yards too. So maybe a chance to see some secondary stuff with Bryce Lance here in this game too. But for the most part, we're going to be paying attention to Cole Payton's ball placement and accuracy. He was a draft Twitter favorite this year. Again, haven't watched a lick of his tape. You know, the Senior Bowl stuff was uninspiring, I think, but that's how it was with all the quarterbacks who are at the Senior Bowl to me. So as we get into this day three crop of quarterbacks, we're going to start here with this Cole Payton versus Youngstown State tape. So let's go ahead and get right into it. As always, I'm going to take my time charting this thing out. You'll hear dead space in between conversation as I'm charting these throws, in between plays here. And then at the end, I'll show you what the final chart of this game looks like. Again, he went 17 of 24 in this game for 194 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. So let's dive in. Let me get the play-by-play up right here as well. First drive's a 3 and out here. We have a Cole Payton run. Little read option. Before we get too deep into this as well, because I've noticed that obviously he runs a lot. He's a mobile quarterback. I want to go look at Senior Bowl measurements before we get too deep into this thing, because he looks like a tight end. 6'2", 229, so not quite a tight end, but definitely a running back size. 10 and 1/8 inch hands, 32 and 3/8 inch arms. Okay. He's got some decent speed. He can corner a little bit, like that linebacker gets that nickel / safety gets to him there and cuts him down. But he's got some decent speed to get to the edge there. Cole Payton incomplete pass here. In the 30. I do like the pocket movement here. Is that ball bad at the line of scrimmage? Let me go back. I want to see if this ball's batted, because if not, that ball has no juice on it. It was batted. So we're going to put a black dot on this one. This isn't really a chartable throw, but we can talk through some fun stuff here. For one, what do we got concept-wise? We've got drive concept, it looks like. Yeah, we got drive concept to the 12 personnel side here. And backside, we've got sail. So sail to this side of the field. Drive concept here, we're going to get a drag underneath and a dig over top with the running back out to the flat. Again, with drive concept, what you're trying to do is you're trying to read this middle of the field player. If the middle of the field player carries the drag, you're going to throw the dig behind back over here. So as we see this play out, this defender here is the one who knocks it down. He's kind of spying and throwing a wrench in the whole thing here. We also do have this robber kind of sitting right here as well. On 3rd and 12, probably a good idea not to throw that. But what we do see is he is pulling this safety out of the middle of the field. So the idea of throwing the dig here is a good one, in my opinion. The decision is great. Now, you need a little bit more touch to get over that second level defender. Again, that's a heck of a play by that spy to get his hands up there and knock that thing down. So it is going to be a blacked out on the chart. I think it's a good decision. I do love the pocket movement skills here. I really do like the pocket movement skills here shown from Cole Payton. See right here. Starting to close in on that left side. Step through, reset his feet, throw the football. That's a good ball if that's not tipped. And again, I could say it should be maybe later a little bit better, but that's just a heck of a play by a spy, I think. So let's get it blacked out on the chart here, and let's get moving on. All right. This is a touchdown drive here. Incomplete deep to start the drive, though. 39 to... Little out of structure work up to sideline. That looked like a good ball to me. And let me go back and watch this angle to see the hands of the receiver a little bit better. Yeah, that's a good ball. Out of structure. That's a good ball. So 39 on the numbers to... So we're looking at... I'm so sorry, from the 44. Jeez. I'm recording this in the morning, so haven't had my coffee yet. 44, so we get 6 plus 15, so 21 yards. That'll be blue on the chart here. For on target but not caught, he's going to get credit for that, and then on target percentage. And bang. That throw is on the chart. What's the concept here? A little spacing to the play side. His eyes are going straight to the two-man side here, which is an interesting bet to make. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 on 1, 2, 3. So initially, I think he should probably get his eyes here. Again, this is me spitballing. I'm not in the room with them. Get his eyes here. If this guy does come out into coverage, then get your eyes to the two-man side. But if not, I kind of like working 3x3 versus 2x2 over here. But yeah, it's 1st and 10. Spacing concept, you got a little triangle read here. I mean, if his eyes are play side, ball's in the flat right now, this guy's going to be able to catch this and turn upfield. Maybe not so much, but still. You got a corner bailing. You got this guy sitting. And so really you have a triangle read here. You have 2 on 3. If you work his eyes here, we got this guy triggering here, we got this guy sitting here. You're going to see this guy's going to sit right here. So we got curl, flat underneath. Just going to create some spacing conflicts with Youngstown State. If his eyes are working this side, he's got Bryce Lance right here, wide open. But again, good improvisation out of structure. I don't love the pre-snap decision to get his eyes to the two-man side to the boundary right off rip, but can live with that. Run. All right, this is for 21 yards here. That's a good throw. So we're going 46, 16 yards right at the hash here. Yards right at the hash. So what are we looking at here? We've got here. We got 4 verts, baby. So they're just coming out of third and 4 verts on 3rd and 8 here. Must have some pretty strong indications of cover 3 from Youngstown State to root this out. But we got 4 verts here. Good ball. Not quite 4 verts. We've got a post. We've got a bender. It looks like he's got a choice because you'll see him dance a little bit and he'll come up here. We got to come back out here. And we got to come back to the one-man side too. So this is a quarters beater then. We're trying to get this guy to match out here. Get this guy to match out here. Get this guy to match here. And we have a little bit of something working over here. But I think that's a great throw. We'll watch it from this angle. Again, the arm, like this is a drive throw, right? This is an over the middle drive throw. Although he does have to layer a little bit with the second level defender right there, and that's a great layered throw. I want to see a real drive throw to see like what kind of juice he can actually put on the football. That is middling, but again, there's a little bit of feathering to this football as well. So, 11-yard gain here on a boot. That's a good boot throw, man. 33 to the 22, so 11 yards from the hash to just inside the numbers. This is pretty fun, man. Again, boot, you're working high to low. So typically we have a comeback, or, you know, with him playing on the hashes, he's running a speed out here, outside receiver is. And you're going to have layers coming back across here. Although he has a touchdown here on the alert. Again, the backside receiver on boot is hard to find, especially when you've got pressure in your face like this that you got to outrun first, then get your eyes back to the progression. But what he does have here, we have a speed out here, a deeper over here, a drag here, and then an alert post on the backside. If he can get his eyes to that post, man, there's nobody home. That's hard on boot, though, to get your eyes there. Like you can see from this angle. We'll watch from this angle a little bit. Especially, yeah, see, I mean, because all of his eyes are right here. He'd have to really peel his eyes all the way back here. And he's got space to reset his feet, but he can throw this ball on the run, like where his momentum's carrying him. It's hard to, on the run in boot, to throw back across your body this way. Now, again, this defender's on the ground, and there's no defender within 15 yards of him, so he could reset his feet if he sees that. I'm not going to fault him for not making that alert throw on boot right there. 6 yards. RPO, not great in terms of ball placement and accuracy. My biggest pet peeve is in screen and RPO games. If you make a receiver who the entire intention of the route is for them to catch and turn upfield immediately, if you make them contort their frame and lose acceleration before they have to turn back upfield again. So this is going to be yellow. It's a pet peeve of mine. This isn't even really nitpicky. That ball's on the back hip, like a yard off the mark here. So it is an RPO. He had numbers. He completed the pass, but we are going to ding him for that one. So that'll be yellow on the chart. Yellow means completed, but off target on my charts. If you are a paid subscriber, and you're going to get access to the back end of this video as well, and the chart, you have access to all the charts, that's what this means. That's what that means. All right, 6-yard gain here. Or wait, nope. Just kidding. This is a 5-yard gain. Speed out. Ball's a little late coming out, I think. Like, that ball needs to be out now. Ball's a little late coming out. It's on target, though. On the money. That is going to be a drive throw where we can get a decent look at his arm talent, though. Let me see when we get this on the chart here. That ball does take a hot minute to get out there. It's not like a bad arm, right? But there's definitely not the juice of like Fernando Mendoza, who I've said has like a B+ arm. Mendoza can put some juice on those opposite hash speed out throws. That gets there. I'll call it a B- right now until I get some more information. B- arm. All right, where are we at here? On the 12. This is a Cole Payton run. So let's see what we got here. RPO. Is it an RPO? Yeah, it's an RPO. Nobody's home. Again, he's good at improvising. He's good at making defenders miss, and he's good at picking up yards. He's got some pretty serious juice. I hope he runs at the combine. The lefty by nature is probably going to throw some people off. But he's got a well constructed body type.